Wright, goal!
Is he going to look for the near post again? Look for Nevling with a flick on, and the goal is there with Ian Wright has latched on to Gavin Nevling's flick on and beaten Steve Cherry for Palace's first goal. It's Palace 1, Plymouth 0. Only one goal down, but it must have seemed like an avalanche of attacks. Andy Gray picks up the ball. Still Andy Gray has a shot, and there's a goal! Andy Gray! 5 minutes into the second half, and Palace go 2-0 up. Andy Gray picking up the ball well, holding on to it, beating off a couple of challenges by Plymouth defenders, securing the second goal for Palace with a well-hit shot past Steve Cherry. Number 7, Kevin Hodges, crosses in, and Andy Gray clears. And Ian Wright on the far side. Ian Wright, with the attentions of one Plymouth defender, comes inside, jiggles one way or the other, down to his right and shoots, and it's a goal for Palace. The third goal by Ian Wright. A tremendous solo effort on the right-hand side. And the Palace fans are ecstatic with that effort from their beloved Ian Wright. David Berg with the free kick. David Berg. Nevling! Gavin Nevling gets up tremendously well to head home for Palace's fourth goal from a free kick by David Berg, directly in front of us. Ian Wright again on the far side. Still Ian Wright, hangs on to the ball, looks up the goalkeeper, and it's a goal, and it's Ian Wright's hat-trick. And Ian Wright must be the happiest man at Selhurst Park this evening. It's his 24th birthday this evening, and what a nice birthday present. Oh, and there's a goal for Plymouth. A consolation goal in the dying seconds of this match. And John Primacoom salvages a certain pride for Plymouth Argyle this evening.
And no offside flag against Wright. Oh, and an incident there which leaves Wright down on the floor, and Eric Nixon it was who kicked out at the Crystal Palace striker while he was on the floor. Nixon had to quickly come off his line initially to end the danger caused by Wright. It'll be a free kick when the game resumes. Hancock's header, Stewart, Lake, and Lake is through. And that's a goal from Paul Lake. The breakthrough that Manchester City wanted. Stewart was involved. He threaded the ball through to Paul Lake, and Lake slid the ball underneath George Wood's body. Now, of course, a dangerous time for City. And Nixon could be in trouble here. He's already been booked for an incident on the Crystal Palace striker. The referee is gone over to have a word with his linesman. And if the linesman says that Nixon has stuck out his hand into the face of the striker, then it will mean that Nixon will be off. He's gone into his notebook. And Nixon has been sent off. Eric Nixon sent off. It's going to be Steve Redmond, in fact, who's going in goal. And what an unenviable task with him facing a penalty, just to add to that dramatic incident involving Nixon. And just listen to that noise from the crowd. Well, Redfearn scores. And poor Steve Redmond goes in goal and concedes a goal straight away from the penalty spot. And a free kick for Crystal Palace. And that's the goal. Mark Wright is the player being congratulated. City now with 9 minutes to try and get at least a draw out of this game, and it will be somewhat of a miracle if they do. Here's Gidman, White, the cross, Redfearn, and a penalty! And it's going to be Paul Stewart with the job of equalising for Manchester City. Paul Stewart versus George Wood. And surely justice would be done if this went in. And Stewart hits the post. McNabb over the bar. Paul Stewart hits the post as he did in the first half from a free kick. And Palace let off the hook. Hancock's header. Clements. And Wright with some space. This cross hit Clements, but he'll get a second chance. Away by Gidman. And now Bright over the head of Steve Redmond. And Mark Bright wraps up the points for Crystal Palace. "86 minutes gone. And that's 3-1 to the visitors.
Corner comes in, cleared by Parker. Owen now. That's a beautiful ball outside for Askew. And another good ball for Gareth Roberts. Parker. Yes, 1-0 to Hull. Gary Parker. 32 minutes gone. Hull City 1, Crystal Palace 0. A beautiful ball from Gordon Owen. Across to Billy Askew. Askew to Gareth Roberts, and Gareth Roberts laid it off for Gary Parker to have a crack. And with 32 minutes gone, the Tigers take the lead. Wright. Outside to Redfearn. Back inside for Wright. A good effort and a goal. Palace have scored. Phil Barber. Ian Wright got the better of Peter Skipper. A good low cross. And there was Phil Barber to knock the ball in. Alex has said before that he wished he could improve his heading. But that one went in and the goalkeeper didn't stand a chance.
Certainly adding some length. Palace throw, Barber down the right-hand side. Redfearn with the cross. A good cross, Ian Wright. And it's a goal! Ian Wright. His 16th goal of the season. No doubt hoping that Steve Moran can pull something out of the bag, but meantime it's Gilks down the left-hand side getting a good cross in. And there is the goal for Lyndon Jones for Reading, coming in on the blind side behind Gavin Nebbeling, powering his way through. And George Wood had no chance with that. A very good move by Reading. Quite a gusty wind today, and causing the ball to weave its way down the middle of the park. Now, Steve Richardson getting an early cross, and it's beaten them all. And number 8, is that Dave Madden, nipping in between, just behind Gavin Nebbeling on the blind side. And out of the blue, Reading come back again with another goal. Redfearn on the ball on the far post, Barber in the middle, Jeff Thomas in the middle, Nebbeling and Cannon come up for this one, and looking for Cannon, and there's the goal! Jim Cannon! And there's the goal that Palace so desperately needed, and it had to come from skipper Jim Cannon. Can they get this winning goal and repeat the scoreline of earlier in the year against Reading at Elm Park? Steve Moran through. Oh, and he was brought down, but Cowling has a shot. Oh, and there is the third goal for Reading, and it's Stuart Bevan. Again, Reading have popped up when least expected. And Bevan with a rifling shot down into George Wood's right-hand corner. So the corner comes in, Nebbeling in there. Oh, and a no goal! Oh, what a terrible mess Barnsley made of that. Just in case you didn't know, and just to remind you, it does get extremely cold up here in this country, so while you're sitting comfortably in your seats, spare a thought. And here's Foreman with just George Wood to beat, and yes, there is the equalising goal for Barnsley. Foreman did get the cross in, and George Wood partially stopped the ball, and it ran through with two Barnsley players coming in, and there was number 8, Agnew, I think, to help the ball. Yes, Steve Agnew to help the ball over the line. Well, that's a bitter blow to Palace and the crowd. Just what they didn't want to see. Perhaps the concentration. There's Ian Wright. Can he make up for it at the other end? Yes, he does! Oh, what a good goal by Ian Wright. Here he comes, accepting the applause, and deservedly so. Foreman runs straight through to Agnew. Back heel to Lowndes, able to get the shot, and it's deflected. Oh, another disappointing goal. Conceded by Crystal Palace. He got the deflection off David Burke. And Lowndes seemed a very innocuous looking shot with the outside of his right boot. Took a cruel deflection. Bailey. Redfearn. Ian Wright with a bit of time, a bit of space. Goes into the box, still with Wright. Chips it back inside. And there it is! That's the third goal, and it's Dennis Bailey! A tremendous effort by Ian Wright, weaving his way through the Barnsley defence, clipping back the cross, and there was Dennis Bailey.
Andre gangen det mistet stygt, og så det skåring. Ja. Det var for så vidt greit nok, og det var vel ungen Mike Newell. Det var Mike Newell etter et fint forarbeid av Horner. Jeg har hørt at dere skal se det om igjen, og det altså Horner. Ja, Barber, men det selvfølgelig Barber. Vrien. Ja, det var Sonny Bryant. Sonny var ikke det, da moro det. Sonny Bryant. Han gjorde det rett igjen et par misser. 18 år bare, og noen få kamper på laget. 20 minutter så det 1-1 ved Sonny Bryant. Det ble i grunnen en del folk som så på bare. Inklusive Wood, vil jeg si. Jeg har vel sagt... Ja, så misser Bryant. Nei og nei. Og det var glimrende Andrews på skuddet fra Barber, men det ikke over. Her går det unna. Jøye meg, det var Pennyfather. Det var Glenn Pennyfather. Og så det 2-1. Men det var igjen en miss av Bryant. Det klokka nå, Trond. Nå har det gått 21:30. Og så det 2-1. Og det var altså Bryant som mistet i første omgang. Så kom Barber til. Og så var det vel også Bryant. Ja, hvis han mistet en gang, han mistet i hvert fall 2. Halvannen var for svarte. Ja. Ja, den ikke inne, men det var en fantastisk mulighet av Jabling. Og så var det straffe. Ingen tvil. Det var Penny Father. Det var Penny Father som felte McAllister, var det vel? Først var det nesten scoring av Jabling, og så går McAllister i bakken etter en klar felling fra Penny Father. Klokken er 32 minutter der, og det blir vel nå 2-2. Jeg tror Salif Wood fikk en tilsnakk også. Det så iallfall sånn ut. Men det er McAllister. Ja da. Ingen tvil. 2-2. Det var i meg ved å moro, tenker. 2-2. Kaptein McAllister. Nei og nei og nei, så er det mål igjen. Og nå var det ikke Bright som feilet. Det var det ikke. Det var Wright som skåret. Ian Wright. Og det var Bill Horner som gjorde den store missen. 37 minutter, og nå var det Wright altså. 3-2. 3-2. Så skal dette ende. Men Wright, ja, det var greit nok, men Pardew så vi der. Alan Pardew. Og så er det helt åpent der borte hos Redfearn. Burke. Og Redfearn nydelig. Ja da, da var det igjen Wright. Da var det igjen Wright. Ja, da var hans andre mål. Ian Wright. 4-2. Men nå er det tid igjen av omgangen. Arme Andrews som står bak forsvaret som rakner. Og det er alltid liksom en mann som gjør feil. Ble det vel for stillestående, og så vidt jeg kunne se, så var det vel. Og så var det løs. Penny Father. Så McAllister, og så 2 ganger Wright. For Crystal Palace. Vandrer fint nå Barber. Ja, den vil nok jeg lagt ut. Og så greier han å treffe. Ja, så greier han å treffe. Og det var vel... Var det hit? Ja, det var det vel. Sannelig min hatt fra så langt hold, altså. Så treffer han mål. Helt utrolig, det var hit, vil jeg kunne se. Og det er redusering. Sannelig utligning. Og det var vel Wilkinson denne gangen. Det var det av hopperen. Og så er det maskinen av 4. Helt utrolig. Helt aldeles utrolig. De ville ha offside der inne. Det var vel også Jabling som trakk opp. Og så vippet Wilkinson ballen nydelig inn med høyrebeinet. Altså ikke på langt nær fullsatt på Leicesters hjemmebane, der publikum vel kanskje hadde litt mindre tiltro til...
Moments later, the visitors stunned the 20,000 fans when Burke's free kick led to Alan Pardew finding the United net. But to Newcastle's relief, referee Brian Hill chalked it off for pushing. The goal that did count, though, was one of St James's greatest ever. Having set his sights from fully 30 yards, Paul Gascoigne's shot left Palace keeper Wood for dead. The celebrations were a bit special too.
We're taking a brief look now at Perry Suckling, Palace's new £100,000 signing from Manchester City, although when he signed he was on loan from Chelsea. Cannon and Cook challenging yet again. Cook wins this one and puts it through. This could be 1-0. It's 1-0 to Huddersfield Town. A fine goal by Duncan Shearer. You can't give Shearer space like that. He buries those sorts of chances. Stebbing with the throw. As far as Redfearn. Right, turning well. Hopeful ball forward there. That's a goal by Palace. I'm sure the keeper thought he was being fouled. The Huddersfield Town players are protesting. But as far as the referee is concerned, Crystal Palace have scored through Phil Barber. And a very unusual goal there. Redfearn missed that header completely. Luckily he finds it back. Pardew out to Redfearn. Good ball. Cannon steaming up. That's a goal by Jim Cannon. What a great goal by Jim Cannon. You won't see a better one this season. Hit very sweetly. There didn't seem to be any danger. Webster coming forward. Looking for support, finds it in Shearer. Dumbers the ball through to Court. This could be 2-2. Suckling saves. A great save there by Perry Suckling. I thought that was 2-2.
Middlesbrough fifth in the table against second place Crystal Palace, and it was the Londoners who made the early running. Palace are the league's leading scorers, with 19-goal striker Ian Wright their danger man in chief. This shot so nearly made it 20. But Borough's confidence grew the longer the game went on, and this fierce Colin Cooper drive set up the breakthrough 2 minutes before the interval. Skipper Tony Mowbray lunged as the resulting corner came over, and referee Tom Fitzharris had no doubts the ball had crossed the line. Mr. Fitzharris was on the spot again soon after the restart. The ball ran to Gary Hamilton, and Palace defender Stebbing brought him down at the second attempt. Hamilton looked anxious, but the decision had gone his way. Dean Glover was entrusted with a vital penalty. He made no mistake. 2-0, and Borough's 5-match run without a league win was surely over. But this super strike from that man Wright breathed new hope into Steve Coppell's side. But the home side weren't going to let 3 valuable points slip away. Brian Laws gave Paul Kerr the opportunity to show his trickery and shooting power just before the final whistle. But the 2-1 scoreline meant that Borough were back in business at third in the table.
Across it comes, cut out. Honeyfather well in. Here come Palace. Phil Barber on the left. Thomas racing through the middle. There's Jeff Thomas. And Mark Wright is supporting. Here's Mark Wright in space. A goal! 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Tremendous move from the back. Glenn Honeyfather, Barber, Thomas. And there was Mark Wright. Just look at those happy faces on the members' terrace. With a goal kick for Palace, looking for Redfearn. Pardew for Palace, in the middle of the field. Mark Bright on the chase. Mark Bright, and Ian Wright scores. It's 1-0 to Palace. Bit of hesitancy in the Oldham Athletic defence by the new boy Mike Milligan, and Bright knocks it over for Ian Wright to score. 1-0 to Palace. And across comes the corner. Still in there, Mark Wright. And it's cleared. Andy Ritchie, only as far as David Burke, knocks it straight back in. Phil Barber underneath this one. Gavin Nebling! Gavin Nebling's gonna go! Well, what do you know? Gavin Nebling scores with his left foot from 5 yards out on the turn. And it's Palace 2, Oldham 0. Mike Flynn. Ritchie with a nod down. Sachir is through and it scores. Mike Sachir, the substitute, come on in the second half. It was left in space from the knock-on by Andy Ritchie and fires a low shot past Perry Suckling. And it's a free kick to Palace midway in the Oldham half. Desperately seeking this third goal. Across comes the ball. Oh, and it's Gavin Nebling! I don't believe it! Gavin Nebling does it again. And he salutes the crowd as he runs back to his defensive position.
Now then, 12 minutes into the second half, O'Regan's corner was flicked on by Parkin to White, who broke the deadlock. Well, that goal clearly G'd up Crystal Palace. Mark Bright made a scintillating run on the wing, a superb cross, and there was Ian Wright to rise above the defence to head the equaliser. And Palace scored their second 4 minutes later when an almost identical move cracked Swindon's defence. This time it was Bright who flicked the ball into the corner. With just 2 minutes to go, Hockaday's free kick, Bamber looped the ball onto Timmy Parkin, who beat Suckling in the Palace goal.
Plenty of hard well in there for Palace. One here to chase for Ian Wright. He should get there, faced by Newson. Newson just ran straight into Wright there. Ian Wright been found to be the guilty party there by the referee and was duly booked.
Chips it in, looking for Nebling. Oh, and the referee has given a penalty. Gavin Nebling held down by the Bournemouth central defender. Just have a look to see who that was. Turned straight round to the referee, appealing for the foul. And the referee had a very good view of that one. Pointed straight to the spot. And it's Neil Redfearn stepping up. Out of the side for the last match of Swindon. Missed the penalty before that. At home to Bradford. Steps up and scores! A lovely strike by Neil Redfearn. Brooks. And now he's short of ideas. Richard Cook. Back Thomas. Sweeps up. Ian Wright running against one. Oh, and he was a bit late on that one. Oh, and he's been sent off by the referee. It was a late tackle, admittedly, by Ian Wright on the Bournemouth defender. And the referee, Morton, has had no doubt in his mind whatsoever. A straight red card for Ian Wright. What a blow to Crystal Palace. So Mark Bright's back on his feet. And here goes Redfearn looking for Mark Bright. Can he get round the back of Williams? And penalty. We're waiting for the play to be played on there, but the referee has in fact given a penalty against John Williams for holding back Mark Wright. Well, I never. Drama here at Palace. Phil Barber was arguing with the referee for saying you should have played on, I scored a goal, but the referee had already whistled for the penalty against John Williams. What a turnaround. Here's Neil Redfearn. Oh, and this time it's a poor penalty. Oh, I don't believe it. The referee has said we take the penalty. Drama on top of drama here. And the Bournemouth team must wonder what more they have to do. And what a let-off for Palace. Neil Redfearn, the same position he struck the ball, not quite as good a strike. But Jerry Payton moves, said the referee, so it's take two for Neil Redfearn. Where's he going to hit it this time? And he scores! My goodness me, that was just inside the bar. And a relieved Neil Redfearn runs back into his own half.
That's Redfearn with the corner for Palace. And it's a goal there by Mark Wright. He got one in the end. Payton came and missed it. That's a gauging goal there. And Mark Wright just snapped it up for another goal for Palace. Well taken there by Mark Wright. In fact, the referee has blown. That's it. Crystal Palace have won 3-0. Last kick of the game for Mark Wright.
Finnegan takes the kick early, looking for Bright, a flick. Oh, a good tackle back from Phil Barber on Andy Gray's blind side. Still Andy Gray shrugs it off. There's Barber again, and again. Ian Wright, oh, he's Jeff Thomas. David Burke. Pennyfather. Oh, and Platt is through. Number 8, Daniel Platt, just tackling to beat, and there it is. A first goal for Aston Villa. A dreadful mix-up in the Palace defence. It was a poor ball laid back, supposedly for Gavin Nebling. Gavin Nebling tried to recoup the situation, but Platt won the ball and charged on to beat Perry Suckling. And it's Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. Phil Barber. Mark Bright in a bit of space. Ian Wright going around the outside. Oh, he's given a penalty. The referee has given a penalty for that challenge on Ian Wright. And the challenge by Andy Gray, who is desperately upset, but the Villa players aren't really protesting. Referee, no doubt, pointed straight to the spot, and Palace have the chance to get back into this game in the last 10 minutes, and it is going to be Ian Wright who is taking the penalty in place of Neil Redfearn. My goodness me, the tension down there at this moment. Ian Wright scores! Ian Wright scores! And there's the equaliser for Palace, and the fans are going wild.
Salako's cross, and Mark Bright won it in the air, then Barber. And Thomas on the line, is it a penalty? No. Laurie Madden stood firm. Then Thomas hit the goalkeeper's legs and then hit Madden on the chest.
quite clearly not a penalty. And for Crystal Palace, Neil Redfearn, a regular penalty taker for them in the league side. But now the nerve tested by taking one at Wembley, and it just squeezes past the dive of Pressman. So he's done his job. But he has to score, otherwise Palace are through. And score he does. It was a most determined run-up, one of the longer run-ups in the many shootouts we've seen. The spotlight switches to Phil Barber. Oh, it's a poor penalty. Too close to Pressman. It will be Sheffield Wednesday against Wigan in the quarter-final if Gary Megson is successful here. Oh yes, done with great aplomb.
Here's Chris Price, a highly rated fullback of second division clubs. Ardelius, and Price has gone on, and he's gone past his man, and a penalty's been given. But Suckling that brought him down, and it'll be a penalty for Blackburn Rovers. It was a great run by Chris Price. It's Ardelius who played him in there. They were claiming offside. The flag stayed down, and the penalty, I don't think you can say there was much argument about it. And now Archibald, with 6 important goals to his credit for Blackburn Rovers since he came back from Spain to join them, now could well be on the point of scoring the most crucial yet. He saved it! Suckling, who gave away the penalty, redeems himself as Archibald's shot, a flying lead, a spectacular save. Cannon's long probing free kick. Hendry underneath it. Barber. That time it was Mayle who got it away. Here it comes for Barber again. This time trying to get Burke in. A long left foot towards Ian Wright on the far side. And a corner for Crystal Palace. Coming off John Miller. Neil Redfearn will take it. Nebling at the near post. Cannon up there too. And Geno, and Cannon with a header. And flicked in. Yes, by Wright. And Palace ahead. A very important header by Jim Cannon. Winning that one in the air after Geno had planted it out. There's the Cannon header, and there's one by Bright, and into the back of the net. Well, the substitution can now be made for Palace. Neil Redfearn's going off, and John Salako's coming on. So a striker comes on. Just a man who's been on the score sheet this season. He's Salako, and quickly wants to get on the action with this throw. That's a good long throw too. And it's in there! Oh, Thomas got a touch! And what an amazing substitution! John Salako! His first touch was a throw, and a long one at that. And Jeff Thomas got on the end of it with his header, and it goes past Geno for goal number 2. Salako's long throw. You'll see Jeff Thomas challenging there, just flicking it on. A good header that. And Palace 2 up.
Sheridan, Batty, Snowden. in. Is that a penalty? Yes. Had to be. Well, that's going to be a blow to Crystal Palace's promotion hopes if this goes in. And John Sheridan will be doing his best to make it Leeds 1. Sheridan, it has done. 1-0.
Crystal Palace. Burke with it. Nevilling's header! Goal given! The referee's given the goal. City will claim that it didn't cross the line, but Nevilling's header counts, and Palace gets an opening goal. Pushing it onto the post, but does it actually cross the line? Well, it's difficult to say from there because the ball was in the air when Nixon clutched it back, but if it did cross the line, it was a real fractional decision. Well, there's a great buzz around the ground. Of course, everybody's got transistors to their ears, and they're jumping up and down in the stand on the far side now. Obviously, whatever the news is that it's come from Millwall, they consider it to be fairly good news. It's with Wright, it's with Pennyfather, and it might go in yet. Thomas trying to get a final touch on it. And Thomas! It's another one for Palace, 2-0. No doubt about that one. And for the second week running, Jeff Thomas gets a header in that goal there. The second one against Blackburn last week, the second one against Manchester City this week, and who knows what this might hold for Crystal Palace. Mark Wright with a nice little big cross there. They couldn't force it home that way. Nixon just got it out. Up in the air. In a moment we shall see how it in fact ends up in the back of the net with a header there from Jeff Thomas. As Palace lead here by 2-0. And the referee has decided, I think what he's going to do, he's going to wait until the throw is about to be taken and everybody's on that side of the field, blow the whistle and disappear down the tunnel. He hasn't done it. Yes, that's exactly what he's done. The ball has been taken by a fan. The players have gone scurrying off to the dressing rooms as best they can, and the stewards have an impossible job. Certainly, Crystal Palace have played their part by beating Manchester City here by 2-0. All they have to do now is to wait, these excited Palace fans, to see what the news is from Millwall.